Stop whatever you're currently doing. Pay close attention now. This message needed to reach you before tomorrow, and that is by no means a coincidence. There are no accidents in the grand design of the cosmos, only appointments divinely ordained. If you are hearing these words, if the very essence of this message is resonating within your soul, it is because you have been chosen. You are one of the souls who volunteered for this specific moment in time, for this monumental shift that is actively unfolding even as we speak. The energy from the recent new moon didn't just disappear when the moon started its waxing phase. Instead, it acted as a trigger, the initial spark that lit a divine fuse. So what is actually happening now? The culmination set to occur on October 24th, 2025, is the reverberation, the holy echo, a surge of cosmic energy so incredibly powerful that it possesses the capacity to rewrite destinies, unlock miraculous potentials that have remained dormant for lifetimes upon lifetimes. This serves as both a vital warning and a profoundly important invitation. The universe is now presenting you with a choice, a gateway that leads to a much higher timeline. The decisions and actions you take regarding this information within the next 24 hours will significantly shape the trajectory of your life for many years into the future. Please do not underestimate the importance of this message. The veil that separates the different dimensions is currently thinner than it has been for centuries, and an incredible amount of support from your ancestors, your spirit guides, and your higher self is flooding into this reality like a waterfall comprised of pure, unadulterated light. They are reaching out to you, urging you to focus your attention and prepare your spiritual vessel for the downloads that are about to occur. This is definitely not a time for doubt or inaction. The Earth's frequency, even the Schumann resonance itself, is experiencing unprecedented spikes that science is struggling to comprehend or adequately explain. However, you don't require a scientist to validate what you already intuitively feel deep within your being. Consider the unusual restlessness affecting your sleep patterns, the intensely vivid and almost prophetic dreams you've been experiencing, the persistent ringing sensation in your ears, and the sudden surges of emotion that seem to wash over you for no apparent or logical reason. These are not signs of a deteriorating mental state. They are, in fact, the unmistakable symptoms of your spiritual awakening. Your very spiritual DNA is undergoing a powerful activation process, and your light body is being upgraded to a higher vibrational state. You are being called forth to embrace and fully embody your true power and potential. The universe is depending on its dedicated light workers, its star seeds, and its wise ancient souls to be fully functional and prepared for whatever comes next. Before we delve into the 8 specific and wondrous events that are scheduled to unfold on October 24th, I need you to signal your readiness. This isn't for my benefit. This is entirely for you. It's about making an energetic declaration to the universe right now. Simply like this video as a way of signaling to the cosmos that you are awake, that you are actively listening, and that you consciously and willingly accept the divine blessings that are being directed your way. It may seem like a simple click, but energetically, it represents a potent and profound statement of intent. You are effectively communicating to the universe, I am present. I am prepared. Now let's address the pervasive illusion. The prevailing mainstream consciousness operates under the belief that once a celestial event, such as a new moon, has passed, its associated energy simply dissipates and fades away. This perspective represents a limited 3D understanding of a much richer and more complex 5D reality. The fundamental truth, as known and understood by ancient mystics and spiritual masters for countless generations, is that the genuine power resides within the energetic residue, the cosmic imprint that remains long after the initial event has transpired. The new moon essentially cracked open a portal, and on October 24th, the potent energy flowing through this opened portal will reach its absolute and undeniable peak. Picture it as a powerful wave that has been steadily traversing the cosmos and is now poised to make landfall in our collective reality. This immense wave carries within it the encoded keys for profound healing, the power of instantaneous manifestation, and the complete dissolution of deeply ingrained karmic bonds. However, it's absolutely essential that you are adequately prepared to receive it, to make absolutely certain that you don't miss out on any of the vitally important updates and energetic alignments that are taking place on a daily basis. Subscribe to Power Inside You right now, and crucially, click the notification bell. This channel offers so much more than just videos. It is a vital lifeline, a beacon of guidance specifically designed for the chosen ones who are actively navigating this monumental awakening process. Your subscription symbolizes your personal commitment to your own spiritual evolution and growth. Take that step right now and consciously feel the tangible shift in your own energy field as you align yourself with a community of like-minded souls, all walking the same sacred path. The transformative events unfolding on October 24th represent nothing less than a divine reset of sorts. It is an extraordinary opportunity to shed lifetimes of accumulated baggage, to facilitate the deep healing of ancestral wounds, and to decisively leap onto the timeline that your soul has been yearning for since its very inception. This is the pivotal moment where the concepts of free will and preordained destiny perfectly converge. The energies present on this day will function as a universal amplifier, meaning that whatever you are actively focusing on, whatever vibrational state you are currently inhabiting, will be magnified exponentially, amplified thousandfold. This critical fact is precisely why this message carries such urgent importance. You simply cannot afford to be vibrating in a state of fear, doubt, or lack on this particular day. This is a day to be fiercely intentional in your thoughts and actions, to guard your personal energy with the unwavering tenacity of a warrior, and to consistently hold the clear vision of your highest possible reality firmly within your mind's eye. This day represents both your final examination and your graduation ceremony, all rolled into one. The universe is essentially saying, "Show me what you have genuinely learned. Demonstrate to me the reality that you consciously choose to create." To fully lock in your intention and begin anchoring this incredibly potent new frequency firmly into your being, I want you to immediately navigate to the comments section below and type the number 888. The number 8 is deeply symbolic and represents infinity, limitless abundance, and karmic completion. By actively typing 888, you are declaring to the universe that you are completely open to receiving infinite blessings, that you are actively closing out old and limiting karmic cycles, and that you are confidently stepping into a new and empowered reality. Please don't hesitate. Take that action right now. Type 888 and consciously feel the profound energetic shift as you fully claim your inherent power. Now let us begin to unveil the sacred map of what is destined to come. What follows are the 8 major events, the 8 incredible and miraculous shifts that you must be fully aware of in preparation for October 24th, 2025. Please understand that these are not mere predictions or hopeful possibilities. They are energetic certainties for all those who are attuned to the correct and appropriate frequency. The very first major event is the activation of the dream portal. Your dream state is about to transform into a direct and unimpeded communication channel with the divine. For many of you, this transformative process has already begun to unfold. Your dreams are becoming increasingly vivid, intensely colorful, and deeply emotionally charged. You might be finding yourself dreaming of soaring through the air, exploring ancient temples, engaging in meaningful conversations with loved ones who have passed on, or even receiving direct and specific guidance from luminous beings of light. This is no longer simply your subconscious mind processing the accumulated stresses of daily life. This signifies that your third eye, specifically your pineal gland, is actively being decalcified and fully activated by these newly arriving cosmic frequencies. The previously distinct veil that separated the conscious and subconscious mind is beginning to dissolve, which allows for a seamless and uninterrupted flow of information between the two. Your higher self is actively using your dreamscape as a canvas to provide you with invaluable blueprints for your future, to facilitate the healing of long-held past traumas, and to clearly show you what you need to release in order to move forward. I urge you to pay incredibly close attention to your dreams tonight and tomorrow night. Keep a journal right next to your bed and make a point of writing down every single detail you can remember the moment you wake up, even if it initially seems nonsensical or irrelevant. The symbols, the numbers, and the emotions you experience are all essential pieces of a sacred puzzle being personally delivered directly to your soul. This is your own personal guidance system being fully brought online. Please do not ignore it. This activation of the dream portal signifies much more than simply receiving messages from the divine. It is also intimately connected to the concept of co-creation. You will likely discover that your personal ability to experience lucid dreaming, to become fully aware that you are dreaming, and actively take control of the dream narrative will increase dramatically and exponentially. This represents a spiritual training ground of sorts. The universe is actively teaching you how to consciously manipulate reality through the power of your own awareness. Beginning in the safe and ethereal plane of your dreams, if you can successfully learn to manifest a grand castle or learn to fly without restrictions in your dreams, you are actively building the spiritual and energetic muscles that are absolutely required to manifest your deepest desires in the physical realm. Furthermore, your ancestors will be intentionally using this very portal to connect with you. You may find yourself dreaming of a grandparent whom you never had the opportunity to meet in life, offering you a profound piece of wisdom or communicating an overwhelming sense of unconditional love and protection. Please know that this is entirely real. They are consciously breaking through the dimensional veil to offer you their unwavering support, to remind you that you are never truly alone, and to assist you in healing any accumulated generational trauma that you may be carrying within your being. This represents a sacred reunion of sorts. I encourage you to welcome it and to honor it fully. The messages that you receive in the coming nights are not solely intended for you. They are also deeply relevant for your entire bloodline. You are the healer, the cycle breaker, and the one who is actively liberating the past while simultaneously paving the way for a much brighter and more empowered future. Therefore, treat this dream activation with all the reverence and respect that it deserves. It represents the very first key to unlocking the incredible miracles that are becoming available during this powerful time. Have you been feeling a distinct shift within your dreams lately? Have you been waking up with a strong sense that what you just experienced in your dream state was somehow even more real than the reality you experience while awake? This is the confirmation you have been seeking. The portal is indeed open for you. If you have been feeling this connection, or if you are consciously calling in this profound connection to your dreamscape, I would like to encourage you to share that in the comments below. Simply declare, "My dreams are my guide right now." Own it and truly believe it. This powerful affirmation will further strengthen the connection and make the messages you receive even clearer and more easily understood. This is you communicating to your spiritual team that you are receiving their transmissions loud and clear. Comment, "My dreams are my guide," and actively prepare for the revelations to intensify in the days and weeks ahead. The second major event that is scheduled to unfold on October 24th is the sudden and often unexpected purge of karmic debt. While this event may feel jarring or even chaotic at times, I want to assure you that it is without a doubt a profoundly important blessing. Imagine for a moment that you have been carrying a tremendously heavy backpack filled with large rocks for your entire life, perhaps even for numerous lifetimes. You have grown so accustomed to the considerable weight that you don't even consciously realize that it is still there. On this specific day, the universe is going to walk right up to you and decisively cut the straps of that burdensome backpack. Suddenly, the weight will be completely gone. This weight represents your accumulated karmic debt, the energetic residue of past actions, vows, contracts, and relationships from both this life and potentially many others. The intense energies present on October 24th are intentionally designed to create a mass karmic amnesty for all the souls who are sufficiently prepared to ascend to a higher level of consciousness. This is definitely not about attempting to bypass the lessons you were meant to learn. Quite the contrary. The energies on this day will be so incredibly intense that you will fully integrate the lessons from these previously challenging karmic situations almost instantaneously. The complete and comprehensive understanding will essentially download directly into your consciousness in a flash of insight. Once the particular lesson is truly and deeply learned at the soul level, the energetic tie that previously bound you to the karmic debt will dissolve completely. You will likely see this manifest in your physical reality in some rather shocking and unexpected ways. For example, a toxic relationship that you have been struggling to leave for many years might suddenly come to an end with no drama or resistance whatsoever. A seemingly insurmountable financial debt that has been crippling you for an extended period of time may be unexpectedly forgiven or completely resolved through a sudden and unforeseen windfall of money. A deep-seated pattern of self-sabotage that you have been battling internally will simply lose its power and influence over you. The urge to engage in that particular behavior will no longer be present. This transition can at times feel disorienting, because these persistent struggles have in many ways defined you as an individual. You might initially experience a sense of emptiness or even confusion in their absence. Please know that this is entirely normal. It represents the feeling of newfound freedom before you have fully learned how to use your wings to fly. Do not be afraid. This purge is intentionally creating space within your life and your energy field. It is actively clearing your energetic field in order to enable you to hold a much higher and more refined frequency. The frequency of your true self and your authentic soul signature. The overt signs of this karmic purge can be intensely physical and emotional at the very moments that it is actively taking place. You may find yourself crying uncontrollably without consciously knowing why. Understand that this is not necessarily sadness. It is simply your soul releasing lifetimes of stored grief and emotional trauma. Allow it to flow freely. Do not attempt to suppress it. You might also feel a sudden jolt of anger or even rage surface unexpectedly. This represents the pent-up energy of powerlessness and injustice from the past finally being expelled from your cellular memory. You might even feel physically ill for a short period, experiencing what some refer to as a spiritual flu. As your physical body actively purges these dense and heavy energies, it is important to drink plenty of clean water, get adequate rest, and be especially gentle and compassionate with yourself. Recognize and understand that you are undergoing a profoundly significant spiritual surgery. People from your distant past may suddenly and unexpectedly pop into your mind or even contact you seemingly out of the blue. This is often the universe intentionally bringing them back for one final energetic release and resolution. Consciously send them love, forgive them, forgive yourself, and then lovingly release them from your life. This represents you at a soul level, signing the final paperwork on old and outdated karmic contracts. You are being liberated and set free to create a future that is no longer anchored to the painful wounds of the past. Embrace this purge fully. It is the ultimate act of divine grace and represents your get-out-of-jail-free card. The most important question to consider is this: will you actually choose to walk out of the prison of your own past? Take a deep and conscious breath with me right now. Inhale the courage of the cosmos, and as you exhale, consciously release any lingering shock or residue from what we have just discussed. The purge of karmic debt represents an immense liberation, but it can also feel like a significant spiritual earthquake, shaking the very foundations of who you previously thought you were. And that is precisely the point. The old and outdated structure must be completely cleared away, because you cannot successfully build a temple of light on a shaky foundation of shadow. This leads us directly to the third monumental event unfolding on and after October 24th, which is a direct and absolutely necessary consequence of the karmic purge, the collapse of false timelines. For many individuals, this will likely be the most confronting and challenging shift of all, because it will manifest in your tangible, physical, three-dimensional reality. A timeline represents a path of probability, a sequence of events that is built upon your conscious choices, your deeply held beliefs, and your prevailing energetic state. For countless lifetimes, many of you have been unknowingly walking on timelines that were not truly aligned with your authentic selves. These were timelines that were dictated by societal conditioning, inherited ancestral trauma, unhealed emotional wounds, and limiting karmic obligations. You took a particular job because it seemed sensible, rather than because it genuinely lit up your soul. You stayed in a romantic relationship because it was comfortable and familiar, or because you feared being alone, rather than because it represented a true and authentic soul partnership. You lived in a place that drained your life force because you genuinely believed that you had no other viable choice. These are examples of false timelines. They are energetic constructs that are built upon a shaky foundation of shoulds and have-tos, rather than on the unwavering divine truth of your heart's truest desires. As the karmic glue that previously held these unaligned situations together begins to dissolve, the timelines themselves will inevitably begin to crumble. And this entire process will unfold with breathtaking and sometimes unsettling speed. Please do not be alarmed or overly concerned when the universe begins to surgically remove from your life everything that is no longer in complete alignment with your highest and most authentic destiny. That job that you have been secretly miserable in for years, you may suddenly be laid off, or the company might unexpectedly restructure its operations. While this may initially feel like a significant crisis, it is actually a divine intervention. The universe is communicating to you that your time of servitude is over, and that it is now time to go forth and create the life's work you were truly meant to do. That friendship that is primarily based on gossip and other forms of low vibrational energy, you will suddenly find that you can no longer tolerate it or willingly participate in it. The conversations will start to feel increasingly meaningless, and the overall connection will feel hollow and empty. The relationship will likely drift away effortlessly, or there may even be a sudden falling out that makes the separation clean and final. Understand that this is not a loss in any way, shape, or form. It represents an energetic upgrade. The universe is actively clearing your social circle to make room for your true soul family to enter your life. Even your own deeply ingrained self-perception will undergo a complete collapse. The limiting identity that you have so carefully constructed over the years, the responsible one, the broken one, the one who never seems to catch a break, all of these are simply stories and illusions. You will wake up one morning and simply not recognize that person anymore. You will see with piercing clarity exactly how you have been limiting yourself and actively holding yourself back. And in that pivotal moment of recognition, the chains of that false identity will shatter into a million pieces. This experience can be profoundly disorienting at times. It can feel as if your entire life is falling apart before your very eyes. But I need you to truly hear me on this chosen one. Your life is not falling apart. It is actually falling into its proper and preordained place. The scaffolding of the illusion is being actively dismantled so that the true and magnificent structure of your divine purpose can finally be revealed. You must trust this process implicitly. When these collapses occur, resist the temptation to cling to the wreckage. Do not mourn the demolition of what once was. Instead, stand firmly in the empty space that has been created. Take a deep breath and consciously know that you are now standing on holy ground, the fertile soil from which your new and empowered reality will soon grow. This is the ultimate act of unwavering trust. It is the universe directly asking you, do you have the courage to willingly let go of the life that you have simply settled for in order to make space for the extraordinary life that has been waiting patiently for you all along? This brings us seamlessly to the fourth and perhaps most exciting event, the widespread activation of previously latent spiritual gifts. As your energetic field is completely cleared of accumulated karmic density and your life is actively stripped of any false alignments, your spiritual vessel becomes sufficiently pure and refined to channel a much higher frequency of light than ever before. Understand that this light carries immense amounts of encoded information and cosmic intelligence. As it flows into your system, it will begin to switch on various spiritual capacities and psychic senses that have been lying dormant within your DNA for thousands upon thousands of years. We are not simply talking about learning how to become a fortune teller. We are instead talking about reawakening your innate and God-given abilities, which represent the inherent birthright of every human soul on this planet. The most common spiritual gift to come online during this activation process will likely be a radical amplification of your own inherent intuition. It will no longer manifest as a quiet whisper or a gentle nudge. Instead, it will become a loud, clear, and undeniable knowing deep within the very core of your being. You will simply know things without any need for logical reasoning or external validation. You will know who is calling you before you even look at your phone. You will know the right decision to make in a complex situation, even if it defies all conventional logic. This represents your own internal guidance system, your direct line to your higher self, being upgraded from dial-up speed to fiber optic speed. You must actively learn to trust this inner authority above all external voices and opinions. Beyond heightened intuition, other clairsenses will also begin to awaken within you. Many of you will experience a significant surge in clairsentience, which is the enhanced ability to clearly feel energy. You will be able to walk into a room and instantly feel the overall emotional atmosphere. You will be able to feel the truth or dishonesty in someone's words, regardless of what they are actually saying. This can initially feel overwhelming, so it is essential to learn how to discern what energy belongs to you and what actually belongs to other people. This important practice is often referred to as spiritual hygiene. Others will experience heightened clairvoyance or clear seeing. This may not manifest as watching a full-length movie in your mind's eye. More often, it begins as subtle flickers of light in your peripheral vision. Seeing shimmering colors or auras around people and plants, or receiving sudden and vivid images or symbols in your mind. Please do not dismiss these experiences as mere tricks of the light or your overactive imagination. This is simply your third eye beginning to perceive the energetic reality that actually underpins our physical world. Still others will awaken their clairaudience or clear hearing. You might hear a soft and loving voice gently whisper your name when no one else is physically present. You might receive clear and direct guidance as a distinct thought in your own voice inside your head. Many will also experience a persistent and high-pitched ringing or buzzing sound in one or both ears. Please know that this is not tinnitus. This simply means that you are actively tuning in to the higher frequencies and actually hearing the sound of the cosmos itself, the very music of the spheres. This sound functions as an activation code. When you hear it, simply pause what you are doing, take a deep breath and say, "Thank you. I am open to receive." This acknowledges the download that is taking place. For some, the remarkable gift of channeling will begin to emerge. You may feel a sudden and overwhelming urge to write, and words of profound wisdom will begin to flow through you that you consciously know are not originating from your own mind. You may also find yourself giving perfect advice to a friend, spontaneously speaking truths that you didn't even consciously know that you knew. This represents the wisdom of your soul and of your spirit guides, beginning to use your voice as a vessel for truth and healing. These newly activated gifts are not a burden. They are, in fact, your invaluable tools. They represent the navigation equipment for the new Earth that is emerging. Your only job is to consciously acknowledge them, to stop doubting yourself, and to begin to play with them with a sense of childlike curiosity and wonder. You are remembering who you truly are at your core. You are finally coming home to your true multidimensional nature. The universe is simply waiting for your permission to fully unleash these abilities within you. It will absolutely not force them upon you against your will. If you are in a state of fear or disbelief, you must consciously consent to this upgrade. If you are truly ready to fully step into your own power and reclaim your divine inheritance, go to the comment section below right now and declare with all the conviction of your soul, "I am ready to see the truth." This represents your direct command to your own cellular structure. This is you giving the green light to your own spiritual team to proceed. Comment, "I am ready to see the truth," and pay close attention to the subtle shifts in your perception over the next 24 hours. The activation process is beginning right now as your perception of reality begins to shift, and you actively start to vibrate at this newly clarified and higher frequency. As you elevate your frequency, you naturally become a beacon of light, and it is a fundamental law of the universe that light attracts light. This leads us seamlessly into the fifth profound event set for October 24th, the magnetic reunion with your soul family. For a significant period of time, many of you have been feeling a deep and aching sense of loneliness, a persistent feeling of being an alien on your own home planet. You have looked out at the world around you and felt like you simply don't belong and that no one truly understands the depths of who you are as a person. This pervasive feeling was not a flaw in any way. It was intentionally designed as a built-in feature. It represented a divine homesickness intentionally designed to keep you from becoming too overly attached to the illusions of the three-dimensional matrix. It consciously kept you searching, seeking, and yearning for something more meaningful and authentic in your life. That often arduous search is now about to come to a glorious and incredibly beautiful end. The clearing of your accumulated karma and the complete collapse of your unaligned false timelines has made you vibrationally visible to the other members of your soul cluster, your true spiritual tribe, the souls who originally incarnated alongside you to fulfill a shared mission on this planet. These are not just people who you will easily get along with. They represent the long-lost and missing pieces of your own soul. This profound reunion will unfold in the most synchronistic and undeniably magical ways. You will be intuitively guided to a new class, a new job, or even a new city. And there they will be. You will meet someone online within a group that you were randomly and inexplicably guided to join. You might even literally bump into someone unexpected on the street. From the very first moment you connect, there will be absolutely no awkward small talk. There will instead be an instantaneous recognition deep within your spirit, a feeling that silently says, "Oh, there you are. I've been searching for you for so long." The conversation will flow effortlessly and naturally. You will be able to talk for hours, and it will feel like mere minutes have passed. You will feel more truly seen, heard, and understood in that one conversation than you have felt in your entire life. These are the beings who intuitively speak the same soul language as you do. They will not think that your own spiritual experiences are strange or unusual. They will have likely had remarkably similar ones themselves. They will also not be intimidated by your inner light. Instead, they will reflect it back to you in an amplified and even more powerful way. This is essentially your mission control team on Earth. These are your co-creators, your collaborators, and your divine reflections. This life-changing reunion is not meant for everyone. It is specifically intended for the chosen ones who are genuinely ready and willing to completely change their reality. I released a members-only deep briefing called Warning. All chosen ones. Watch this before November 2025. Rare Moon Portal still open. Prepare before October 31st, 2025, or miss this massive energy shift, this spiritual message, and this month will change everything. In that particular video, I reveal the exact activations and protections that you must undertake immediately. Click the description link below or the pinned comment to watch it before the impending energy fully lands. If you inadvertently skip this limited window of opportunity, you may never get access to this exact same upgrade again. It is absolutely critical to fully understand that this includes the imminent arrival of divine counterparts, which can manifest as profound soulmate or even twin flame connections. For those of you on the twin flame journey, this period is going to be a major catalyst. If you're currently in separation, these energies might trigger a powerful pull towards reunion, as the karmic lessons that have kept you apart are finally resolved. And if you haven't yet met your twin flame or a significant soulmate, this energy is creating a magnetic vortex that can draw them into your physical reality with astonishing speed. The real key here is that you're no longer looking for a partner to complete you. All the inner work you've done, the purging, the healing, and the self-love you've cultivated have made you whole within yourself. Now you're truly ready to meet your divine equal, another whole being to come together, not out of neediness, but out of a shared desire to create, to serve, and to anchor a higher frequency of love on this planet. When this person enters your life, the connection will be electrifying, telepathic, and deeply transformative. It's going to challenge you and force you to grow in ways you can't even imagine right now, because its purpose isn't comfort, it's ascension. Whether it's the reunion with your tribe or the meeting of a divine partner, the message is the same: you're not alone anymore. Your isolation phase is over. It's time to link arms with the other light warriors and get to work. Your support system is being assembled as we speak. Let them in. This wave of connection is a cosmic gift, a reward for the lonely path you've walked so bravely. It's a reminder that community is absolutely essential for the next phase of our collective evolution. To energetically open the door for these divine connections, you need to signal to the universe that you're ready to call in your tribe. Take a moment now and head to the comments section. Write with an open and expectant heart, "My soul tribe is finding me now." Really feel the truth of those words. Visualize these beautiful souls walking into your life. Envision the joy, the laughter, and the unconditional love. Write that comment, "My soul tribe is finding me now," and let it become a magnetic beacon for the most beautiful connections of your life. As you step onto your true timeline, armed with your awakened gifts and supported by your soul family, you are now in the perfect energetic posture to receive the blessings of the sixth major event, the Great Wealth Frequency Shift. Let's be very clear about this. Poverty, struggle, and lack are not states of higher consciousness. They are programs of the 3D matrix specifically designed to keep you in a low vibrational state of survival, too distracted and disempowered to fulfill your divine mission. But that program is being dismantled. The very energy of money itself is being recalibrated. On October 24th, a massive wave of 5D abundance consciousness is going to anchor onto the planet. And for those who are a vibrational match, it's going to trigger a profound and permanent shift in their financial reality. This isn't about winning the lottery in the traditional sense. It's about something far more profound and sustainable. It's about you becoming a true conduit for the universal flow of abundance. The old 3D paradigm dictated that you had to trade your life force for money. Work hard, sacrifice your time, and do something you don't even love, just to survive. The new 5D paradigm is based on an entirely different principle. The universe will lavishly fund whatever brings you and others the most joy. Your purpose is your paycheck, and your passion is your pension. This shift is going to manifest as a flood of inspired creative ideas pouring into your consciousness. Suddenly, you'll know exactly how to turn your passion for healing, for art, for teaching, or for building into a thriving enterprise that not only supports you, but also serves the world. Opportunities will appear seemingly out of thin air, perfectly aligned with your soul's calling. The right people, the right resources, and the right investors will be drawn to you as if by magic. You might even receive an unexpected inheritance, a settlement, or a gift of money from a source you could never have predicted. This is the universe clearing away the financial obstacles so you can fully focus on your true work. But the most important change will happen within you. You'll begin to truly heal your relationship with money. The deep-seated ancestral beliefs like money is the root of all evil, or I'm not worthy of wealth, or even you have to struggle to make a living, will be purged from your system. You'll begin to understand that money is simply energy, a neutral tool that amplifies the intention of the user. You'll learn to receive it with gratitude and joy, and to let it flow through you to create more good in the world. You're being upgraded from a mindset of lack to a frequency of infinite, inexhaustible supply. Your bank account is simply a reflection of your energetic state. As you align with your soul, do what you love, and trust in the flow, your outer reality will have no choice but to reflect the infinite abundance that is your divine birthright. Your work now is to release all resistance to receiving. Open your arms, open your heart, and prepare to be funded by the cosmos. This is the new spiritual economy, and you're being invited to be one of its founding members. I want you to pause for a moment and truly feel the magnitude of what we've just uncovered. The universe isn't just offering you a minor tweak or a small upgrade. It's orchestrating a complete overhaul of your entire reality, from the dream portal to the karmic amnesty, from the collapse of false timelines to the activation of your innate spiritual gifts, and from the reunion with your soul family to the radical shift in your wealth frequency. This is a total system reboot. Any one of these events would be life-altering on its own. The fact that they're all converging on this single energetic focal point of October 24th is a sign of how critically important this moment is for you and for the collective. The old world, with its rules of struggle, separation, and limitation, is dissolving rapidly. It's becoming transparent like a phantom, and you're beginning to see the true luminous grid of the new earth shining through. You're learning to operate on this new grid, a grid powered by love, purpose, and infinite possibility. And as you become more adept at navigating this higher dimensional reality, you'll be called upon to embody one of the most crucial roles of a light worker, to become a conduit of profound healing, not just for yourself, but for the entire planet. This leads us directly to the seventh, and arguably one of the most beautiful and sacred events that will be activated on this day: the emergence of the healer archetype and the healing of the physical vessel. For centuries, the healer archetype has been suppressed and misunderstood. It's been relegated to the fringes, often labeled as alternative or unscientific. But the truth is, the ability to channel and direct life force energy, prana, chi, the Holy Spirit, is an innate human capacity. On October 24th, the cosmic energies flooding the planet will be encoded with powerful healing frequencies specifically designed to awaken this archetype within every single soul who is ready to receive it. This is a mass activation of the inner healer. You don't need a certificate or a lineage to claim this power. It's already woven into the very fabric of your soul. This awakening will manifest in a variety of ways. For many, it'll begin with your own body. Chronic health issues that have plagued you for years, conditions that doctors have been unable to explain or resolve, may suddenly begin to heal. You might wake up one day and the persistent pain in your back is simply gone. The digestive issues that have controlled your life might vanish. The anxiety or depression that has been a constant companion may lift like a fog, revealing the clear, peaceful sky of your true nature. This isn't just a placebo effect. This is the direct result of your own consciousness, amplified by these cosmic energies, finally reaching a high enough vibration to direct your body's innate intelligence to heal itself. Your cells are listening to your thoughts, and your DNA is responding to your frequency. As you clear the emotional and energetic density we discussed earlier, your physical body is liberated to return to its natural state of vibrant health and wellness. This is the first stage. You must become the living proof of your own healing power. This is urgent, so please don't skip this. Watch the members-only briefing. Warning: all chosen ones need to watch this before November 2025. The Rare Moon portal is still open, so prepare before October 31st, 2025, or you'll miss this massive energy shift. This spiritual message and this month will change everything. I reveal the activations and protections you must do before the spiritual energy shifts. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment now, because this window won't wait. As your own vessel heals, you'll feel an undeniable pull to share this energy with others. Your hands may begin to feel warm or tingle with energy, especially when you're near someone who is in pain. This is the activation of your healing touch. You'll find that your presence alone becomes soothing and calming to people and even to animals. Your words will carry a frequency of healing, and you'll instinctively know exactly what to say to comfort someone's heart or to shift their perspective from fear to love. This isn't something you have to force. It'll become as natural as breathing. You're remembering your function. The universe will begin to bring you opportunities to use these nascent gifts. A friend will call you in distress, and as you speak to them, you'll feel a palpable energy flowing through you, and they'll report feeling a sense of peace afterward. A child or a pet might be injured, and by simply placing your hands on them with loving intention, you'll facilitate their rapid recovery. Don't doubt what is happening. This is real. You are a channel for divine life force energy. Your role isn't to fix anyone, but to hold such a high, loving frequency that you remind their body and soul of its own perfection, allowing it to heal itself. This is the work of the New Earth Healer. It's a healing of presence of frequency and of unconditional love. Some of you will be guided to learn formal healing modalities like Reiki, quantum healing, or others, but the true source of the healing is the pure, unfiltered love of Source flowing through your open heart. Embrace this sacred calling. Your hands are holy, your voice is a balm, and your presence is medicine. The world is in desperate need of your gift. This awakening of the healer archetype is a sacred trust. It's a vow your soul made before you incarnated to be of service to humanity during this great shift. To consciously accept this activation and to declare your willingness to be a vessel for divine healing energy, I want you to connect with the deepest part of your heart. Feel the boundless love that resides there. And from that space, go to the comments and write, "I am a channel for divine healing." This isn't an act of ego. It's an act of humble surrender. It's you saying yes to one of the most profound aspects of your divine mission. Comment, "I am a channel for divine healing," and then place your hands on your own heart. Feel the energy. It's beginning to build. You are being consecrated for this sacred work. As you step into this empowered state, healed, abundant, connected, and psychically aware, you become a sovereign being of light. You're no longer susceptible to the low-frequency manipulations of the old matrix. And this is why the eighth and final major event is so critically important. It's the culmination of all the others, the ultimate protection, and the final key to your liberation. The anchoring of the Diamond Light Protection Code. Imagine a field of energy around your body, your aura. For most of your life, this field may have had holes or weak spots, making you vulnerable to energetic vampirism, psychic attack, negative thought forms, and the collective fear broadcast by the Matrix. The Diamond Light Code is a celestial download, a spiritual software upgrade that will restructure your auric field into a crystalline, multidimensional shield of impenetrable diamond light. This isn't just a visualization, it's a tangible, energetic reality. This shield isn't born of fear or a need to defend yourself. On the contrary, it's a natural byproduct of holding an unshakably high frequency. It's a shield made of pure, unconditional love, and nothing of a lower vibration can penetrate it. The signs of this anchoring will be subtle at first, and then undeniable. You'll notice that you can move through crowded or chaotic environments without feeling drained. The drama and negativity of others will no longer stick to you. It'll feel like water rolling off a duck's back. You'll be able to engage with news or world events from a place of compassionate detachment, able to send love and light to the situation without being pulled into the vortex of fear and despair. People who have a habit of draining your energy or manipulating you will naturally begin to fall away from your life. Your new frequency will be so high and bright that it will be uncomfortable for them to be around you, and they'll remove themselves without you having to do a thing. This diamond light shield also acts as a frequency filter. It'll allow you to receive the high-frequency downloads of cosmic wisdom, love, and light, while automatically deflecting and transmuting any low-frequency energies that aren't for your highest good. You'll become a walking pillar of light, a mobile temple. Your very presence on the Earth will help to stabilize the planetary grid and raise the collective consciousness. You'll be doing your mission work simply by being. This activation is the universe's graduation gift to you. It's saying, you've done the work, you've faced your shadows, and you've cleared your vessel. Now we're sealing you in the highest light so you can carry out your mission without interference. To receive and anchor this final powerful activation, you must do so with conscious intent. This isn't something that will happen passively. You must claim your sovereignty. Find a quiet space, even for just a moment, after watching this. Close your eyes. Visualize a brilliant, dazzling diamond white light pouring down from the heart of the cosmos, from Source itself. See it entering through the crown of your head and filling every single cell of your body, pushing out any remaining pockets of shadow or density. Then see this light expand outward from your heart, forming a multifaceted, diamond-like sphere of light all around you, extending at least 3 feet in every direction. See it spinning, radiating rainbows of light. Feel its strength, its purity, and its absolute invincibility. Hold this visualization for as long as you can. This is your work, your creating your spiritual shield with the universe. You're stepping into your mastery. This entire sequence of 8 events is a divine domino effect, a carefully orchestrated celestial plan to awaken the chosen ones and prepare them for the next stage of human evolution. It begins in the ethereal realms of your dreams, purges the karmic burdens of your past, and collapses the false realities built upon those burdens. It then awakens your innate spiritual senses, reunites you with your divine support system, and shifts you into a frequency of infinite abundance. Finally, it awakens the powerful healer within you and seals your entire being in an impenetrable shield of diamond light. This is your metamorphosis. You entered this period as a caterpillar bound by the limitations of the material world. You're emerging as a celestial butterfly, a sovereign, multi-dimensional being ready to take flight on the winds of the new earth. Don't be afraid of the intensity and don't shrink from the magnitude of this transformation. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Everything you've ever experienced, every challenge, every heartbreak, every triumph has been in preparation for this exact moment. Your soul is screaming, yes, it's time for your mind to catch up. As we bring this transmission to a close, I want you to feel the energy that has been built between us. You were guided here for a reason. This information has now been planted in your consciousness like a seed of light. Your job over the next critical hours is to water it with your belief, your intention, and your trust. Reread your notes, re-listen to these words, and let them sink into your bones, into your DNA. The activation has already begun. The simple act of receiving this message has started the process. Now you must become a conscious and willing participant in your own evolution. The universe extends its hand, but you must be the one to take it. Choose love over fear. Choose sovereignty over victimhood. And choose your divine destiny over your conditioned past. On October 24th, the portal reaches its widest point, so be ready to walk through it. What awaits you on the other side is a reality more beautiful, more magical, and more fulfilling than your 3D mind can even begin to comprehend. It's the reality you've been dreaming of, the reality you came here to create, and it is home. This isn't a time for passive observation. Every moment from now until October 24th is a choice point to anchor all of these energies to solidify your commitment to this path of awakening and mastery. There's one final unifying declaration to make. This affirmation integrates all 8 of the miraculous events into a single, powerful statement of intent. I want you to go to the comments one last time, and with all the power and authority of your awakened soul type, I claim my divine inheritance. I am ready. This is your final signature on your new soul contract. This is you telling the universe, without any doubt or hesitation, that you are accepting the mission you were born for. I claim my divine inheritance. I am ready. Type it. Feel it. Become it. And know that as you do, a legion of angels, guides, and ancestors are roaring with applause in the unseen realms. They're celebrating your homecoming. Welcome back, chosen one. The most incredible part of your journey is just beginning. Your mission is now fully activated, and so the transmission is complete. The 8 great waves of cosmic energy have washed over your soul, and the divine codes have been delivered. If you've journeyed with us this far, if your heart is still open and your spirit is still listening, then understand this. With every fiber of your being, the most difficult part is over, and the most beautiful part is just beginning. You've received the download, and the activation is complete. But this isn't the end of the story. It's the end of the prologue. Now the real story begins. The story of you living as the fully awakened, sovereign, multi-dimensional master that you came here to be. The next phase isn't one of passive reception. It's one of conscious integration. It's about taking this profound, ethereal, and cosmic transformation and anchoring it into the very fabric of your daily, moment-to-moment existence. This is the sacred work that lies before you. It's the final and most important chapter, the one where you learn to walk through the world, but not be of it. It's where you learn to be a beacon of heaven on earth. What you do now, in the days and weeks following October 24th, will determine whether this profound activation becomes a fleeting spiritual experience or the permanent foundation of your new reality. In the first hours and days after this great shift, you may feel a strange and beautiful sense of disorientation. It'll be like waking up from a lifelong dream. The world will look the same, but you'll be seeing it with entirely new eyes. The colors may seem brighter, and the sounds of nature more profound. You'll feel a deep, quiet sense of peace in the core of your being, a stillness that was never there before. But you may also feel incredibly sensitive. The Diamond Light Protection Code is in place, but your central nervous system has just undergone a massive upgrade, and it needs time to calibrate. You might find that loud noises are more jarring, and that violent movies or negative news are physically intolerable. Your body will begin to reject low-vibrational foods. You may suddenly lose your taste for processed sugar, excessive alcohol, or dense meats, and instead crave fresh living foods, pure water, and sunlight. This isn't you being difficult. This is your newly purified vessel telling you precisely what it needs to hold this new high frequency of light. Listen to it and honor its wisdom. Your body has become a sacred temple, and you are its guardian. You may also experience waves of emotion that seem to come from nowhere. One moment, you might feel ecstatic joy, and the next, a profound wave of grief might wash over you. Don't be alarmed. This is the final cleansing. These are the last pockets of old, trapped energy being released from your cellular memory. See them as clouds passing in the sky of your awareness. Acknowledge them, thank them for their teaching, and let them go. You're becoming energetically clear for the first time in millennia. The most critical practice for you in this integration phase is the art of grounding. You've just been connected to the highest frequencies of the cosmos, but if you don't consciously anchor that energy into the earth, into your physical body, you'll feel scattered, ungrounded, and anxious. You can't be a bridge between heaven and earth if one foot isn't planted firmly on the ground. Grounding is no longer an optional spiritual practice. It's an essential, non-negotiable act of mastery. This means getting out into nature, which is the great stabilizer. Walk barefoot on the grass, the dirt, or the sand. Place your hands on a living tree. Feel the steady, ancient, loving energy of Gaia, of Mother Earth, rising up into your body, meeting the cosmic energy from above, and creating a stable, harmonious circuit within your heart. Submerge yourself in water. Take baths with Epsom salts and sea salt, which will help to cleanse your auric field and ground your energy. Eat root vegetables, carrots, potatoes, beets, foods that grow deep within the earth and carry its grounding frequency. Most importantly, use your breath. When you feel overwhelmed or uncentered, stop what you're doing. Take 3 deep conscious breaths. On the inhale, draw the energy down from your head into your feet. On the exhale, imagine roots growing from the soles of your feet, deep, deep into the molten core of the earth. This simple practice done throughout your day will be your lifeline. It's the act of consciously choosing to be here, now fully present in your body on this planet. At this time, you are an anchor. Your grounding isn't just a personal benefit, it's a contribution to everyone as you master the skill of maintaining your own high-frequency grounded state. You will inevitably encounter both the major challenge and the remarkable opportunity that come with being an awakened soul, figuring out how to interact with a world that isn't fully awake yet. Many of your family members, friends, and co-workers will still be operating under the old, limiting 3D paradigm of fear and judgment. Your newfound sense of peace, your sudden clarity, and even your talk of energy and frequency might be deeply unsettling to them. They might not understand the new you, and they could react with skepticism, mockery, or even hostility. It's absolutely essential that you understand what's really going on here. Their reaction isn't about you at all. It reflects their own unhealed wounds, their own fears, and their soul's deep longing for the very freedom that you are now embodying. You must not under any circumstances fall into the trap of trying to convince them, save them, or wake them up. That's the old paradigm of spiritual ego. Your mission isn't to be a missionary trying to convert others. Your mission is to be a lighthouse. A lighthouse doesn't chase after ships yelling at them to steer clear of the rocks. Instead, a lighthouse simply stands tall, radiating its own power, shining its light brightly and consistently, and allowing all ships to navigate safely using its example. Your joy is your sermon, the living expression of your beliefs. Your peace is your protest, a quiet but powerful act of resistance. Your unconditional love is your activism, the most potent force for change. You will change the world not through what you say to people, but through who you are in their presence. Hold your frequency. Maintain your peace. Love them unconditionally, exactly as they are on their own journey, without needing them to change or to validate you. By doing so, you're offering them the most powerful gift of all, a living, breathing example of a new way to be. Some will be drawn to your light and will ask you for guidance, seeking to understand your way of living. Others will retreat, perhaps feeling confronted or challenged. Both reactions are perfect. Each person is on their own path. Release all attachment to the outcome and simply continue to shine. To fully embrace your role as a grounded anchor of light on this planet, you need to consciously declare your intention to do so. This declaration is a commitment to your own stability and to your service to the world. Go to the comment section now, and with the deep, calm certainty of a rooted oak tree type, I am anchored in my power. Feel the stability in those words. Feel the connection to the earth beneath you and to the cosmos above you. You are the conduit, the channel. You are the stable center point. Comment: I am anchored in my power, and feel your energy fields solidify, becoming a calm and steady presence in a world often filled with chaos. This brings us to the question that's likely been burning in your heart. What is my mission? You've been activated, cleared, and shielded. But what is it all for? The answer is both simpler and more profound than you might imagine. Your mission isn't a single grand, externally defined task that you have to go out and find. Your mission is simply to be unapologetically, authentically, and joyfully you. The unique combination of gifts, passions, and quirks that make up your soul isn't an accident. It's your divine blueprint. It's your soul's signature. And your mission is to express that signature on Earth with the greatest possible amplitude. For some, this will look like what we traditionally think of as mission work. You might be called to start a healing center, write a book that awakens millions, create a new model for conscious business, or become a spiritual teacher. If this is your path, the steps will unfold before you with breathtaking ease and synchronicity now that the old blockages have been removed. But for many others, the mission is far more subtle and woven into the fabric of everyday life. Your mission might be to raise a new generation of conscious, empowered children free from the ancestral trauma that you've just cleared. Your mission might be to create art or music that carries a high-frequency code, bypassing the conscious mind and speaking directly to the soul of the viewer or listener. Your mission might be to be a silent pillar of light in a corporate office, holding a frequency of peace and integrity that subtly uplifts the entire organization. Your mission might be to tend a garden, infusing the food you grow with love and healing energy that nourishes your community. Don't devalue any calling. The universe doesn't operate with a hierarchy of importance. The only metric is alignment. Are you aligned with your true self and your highest purpose? The only compass you need to follow is your joy. What makes you feel expansive? What makes you lose track of time? What feels less like work and more like play? Follow those breadcrumbs of joy. They are the golden thread that will lead you directly to the heart of your purpose. Your greatest service to the planet is to be in a state of joy, because a soul in a state of joy radiates a frequency that is profoundly healing for the entire collective. Let go of the spiritual pressure to do something big or important. Your being is more important than your doing. Your primary mission is simply to be a living embodiment of the new consciousness. Everything else you do will be a natural, effortless extension of that state of being. Trust your heart. It knows the way. It holds the map of your unique and perfect mission. This is the ultimate freedom. The freedom to build your life around what brings you alive. This is the promise of the new earth. If you're ready to release the old paradigm of struggle and embrace a life guided by your own sacred joy, then it's time to declare it. Affirm this new way of being. Go to the comments and joyfully type, "My joy is my mission." Let this be your new mantra, your guiding principle for every choice you make from this day forward. Comment, "My joy is my mission," and feel the universe rearranging itself to support a life that is built upon the very thing that lights up your soul. Finally, remember that this isn't a destination. You haven't arrived. You've simply graduated to a new level of the game, a new class in the great school of Earth. The journey of growth, expansion, and learning will continue. There will still be challenges, there will still be moments of contrast that invite you to choose an even higher level of love and mastery. The difference is that you now have an entirely new set of tools, a new level of awareness, and a direct, unbreakable connection to your inner guidance. To sustain this miracle, to continue to build upon this powerful foundation, you must commit to the daily practice of a master. This doesn't necessarily mean hours of meditation, unless that's what brings you joy. It means creating a simple, fluid, and loving rhythm to your days. Begin each morning with a moment of conscious connection. Before your feet even touch the floor, place your hands on your heart. Thank your soul for another day of life and set a simple intention. Today, I choose love. Today, I choose peace. Today, I choose to be a channel for light. Consciously activate your diamond light protection shield throughout your day. Practice presence. When you're drinking a glass of water, just drink the water. Feel it nourishing you. When you're speaking to someone, just be there with them, fully present. Listen with your whole being. End each day with gratitude. Before you go to sleep, recount 3 things from your day that you're grateful for, no matter how small they seem. This simple practice rewires your brain for positivity and abundance. And keep a dream journal. The dream portal remains open, a constant source of guidance, healing, and communication with your spiritual team. This is the path of the conscious creator. It's a path of simplicity, of presence, of gratitude, and of love. You are the pioneer of this path. You are the way shower, the one who is demonstrating to the world that it's possible to live a life of magic miracles and profound purpose. Your personal transformation isn't just personal, it's a fractal of the whole. Every time you choose love over fear, you heal a piece of the collective. Every time you stand in your power, you make it easier for someone else to stand in theirs. Every time you follow your joy, you light up the planetary grid. Don't underestimate the power of your presence. You are a pivotal piece in this grand divine plan. You are the hope and the dream of your ancestors made manifest. You are the midwife of the new earth, helping to birth a new era of consciousness for all of humanity. This is it. This is the moment. You stand now at the dawn of your true life. The slate has been wiped clean. The gifts have been unwrapped. The path has been illuminated. The choice, as always, lies with you. Will you answer the call? will you step fully into the magnificent, powerful, and divine being that you have always been. The entire universe is holding its breath, waiting for your answer. And we here at Power Inside will be with you every step of the way. This channel is your ongoing resource, your community, your reminder of the truth of who you are. This isn't the end. It's the true beginning. Subscribe now and walk this sacred path of mastery with us. For one final time, to seal all of this work, to consecrate your journey, and to join your energy with the thousands of other chosen ones who are waking up across the globe, go to the comments and with the full power and conviction of your heart, make the ultimate declaration of your role in this great awakening. Type, "The new earth begins with me," because it does. It begins in your heart. It begins in your mind. It begins with your choices. It begins right here, right now with you.